and fall in, my fellow scout troopers. I am Micka from Scouts of Entertainment here. Glad to have you with me today. We are at Napoleon Total War 3 3v3 at Bohemia 3-B. Today's replay comes from Drewsko. His allies today are SoloTank, TullaDmitri. Their opponents today are Grandson 06, Thicc Unibrow, and Micka 99. I think that's how you say that, hopefully. Our factions before us, we have a commander-based faction. Left Bravery. Jeez, I'm saying that. I'm really botching it. 7th Corps. We got here Jerome, 10th Corps. And behind them, we have the French Imperials, the Garde Imperiale. Over here, it looks like we got Austria and England. 2 Austrian armies, 1 English army. Points today. 2 4-pointers, 8 points. We have 5 1-pointers in the middle. Actually, 6 if we make it a circle. So that's a 14 and 1 1-pointer to the east or northeast for 15. There you go. Got there eventually. Now, the roads can only help you for so long. I mean, unfortunately, these roads are pretty windy, and so for the teams to use them, it'd be very tricky actually to coordinate and move the units along the roads. It's just easier if they move through the fields. So it looks like we'll see Lef do that once he finally gets to the crossroads here, or the intersection. Over here we have Jerome going through the fields. He's making his way straight for the middle. What's his path? Alright, so the way it stands right now, the red team has roughly 7 points in their territory. Blue team roughly 8, so the onus is on the red team to move forward. So the challenge is on Drewsko and his team to move forward and take those 1-pointers from their opponent's grasp. Now, it looks like we got a large amount of cavalry here from the red team. Austria, as we know, does have decent cav themselves. Already we've got a large cav faction appearing. These ones here look like they're heavy cav, C3s. Decent size. Obviously needs support. You can break an elite cav unit. You just need to attack it from the flanks and try to surround it if you can. Even the best units we've seen break if they're surrounded. The morale just can't usually take it. Now, these cuirassiers? No, these are more your mid to heavies, it would seem. Honestly, it's a commander-based faction, but obviously I think from Bayern, because that's their flag. So Bayern's sort of squaring off here with Austria. Austria's already got the infantry in play. And if Austria's sending these guys up by themselves, you've got to have to think that they have the squareable ability. A player doesn't usually put his infantry in that kind of position, as they can counter cav charges easily by themselves. Now, if you guys want to see your own Total War replay featured here on this channel, you can send it to my email at scoutsofentertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord via direct message. You can join my Discord server Scouts Reconnaissance and post it there. Or you can simply tag me any replay you post on the NTW3 Discord as well. Now, Bayern's marching to war. Well, that's not Bayern, it's a Riband commander faction, just Jerome. He's a little ways off from engaging. They all are. It's very hilly too, so artillery is going to be very tricky to use here. Looking at the terrain though, if both sides occupy the hilltop on either side, then I think it becomes very difficult for any side to fight here with their infantry. The artillery on the hilltop on this side can easily target any of the red team's units as they march down their hill. Likewise for the blue team. And the red team puts their artillery up here. I mean, potentially, I could see Austria or England there sneak one of their light tier troops hidden, walking through the forest until they get to the edge, and then burst through the trees and take out any artillery nearby. That's the gamble. That's the risk. We're just back briefly because I did see some fire coming out of these trees. It looks like we've got some Austrian skirmishers here, hidden in these trees. So there is enemy here. And it's on the red team to flush them out. So we'll see how they do that later on. Alright, France has stuck their neck out here. They're going to get surrounded. They're confident of victory. They charge into Lancers. They didn't pay off for them at all. They got obliterated. Drewsko's coming to his aid, I think, but he's not going to get there in time. I'm not sure why left charged in there. I mean, these Lancers had support. Left might have won the cavalry fight in melee, but the Lancers were backed up by their own melee troops. Unit here still looking very healthy. And they're behind a hill here, so a good spot to put their cavalry. That's a tricky artillery shot at the best of times. You see here, all the infantry shots here from these guys are mostly hitting the hilltop just in front of them. Let's have a look. They guys firing? No, they're not firing. Alright guys, we're back. You had a small crash there earlier. Okay, shifting targets again. He's targeting the artillery once again. Let's have a look. Nope, nah, bounced. Big bounce there. Wow, what a bounce. Oh, it went over the hilltop, jeez. What a bounce. And that's a skipping stone you could be proud of. Alright, so it looks like we've got here Jerome. He's going for this city here and the cluster of one pointers. This cluster is actually pretty darn important on the map. I'm surprised there's only one army headed towards it. We've got mostly Cav over here. Cav is going to be very ineffective. I mean, you'd think he maybe have one or two units here on his left flank just to sort of act as a guard, a flanking guard. Austria has one unit over here. These guys look mid-tier roughly, based on the uniforms, what I've seen before. They look like dragoons. So we've got the elite here. Yeah, these guys here look like they're elite. Yeah, Cruciers. Yeah, where's the artillery here for Jerome? Using artillery here would be tricky. Obviously you gotta shoot down tight streets, and artillery is wildfire, to put it mildly. Now, easiest way for Jerome to approach this is to form up his units in front of the streets here and begin slowly moving down, trying to gain ground. If he can gain the square here, it'd be a good staging area to push the rest of the Austrian forces out. This is probably one of the most crucial spots to capture in the whole city. If we can get in there, you can then branch out from there, either side. Make his way towards the house there. But potentially this is a 2-on-1 affair here. Now Drewsko is actually the Bayern player. I see he was a French player earlier, so I'll just correct myself then and there. No casualties, it would seem, just yet. It is impressive. Way over their heads there. I mean, I'm liking the French position here. They got a better firing angle for sure. I mean, they're firing down the slope, whereas obviously Austria's firing up the slope, and so the odds of them hitting the French artillery is almost non-existent. There's just too many hills in front of them. It's so easy for a cannonball to skim the hilltop there and bounce over their heads harmlessly, or go straight into the hillside. That one was a good one. I'll give him that. That was not bad. Six-pounder and three-pounder. That was a good shot. Okay, Austria's getting more artillery over here. Remember, we've got two Austrian teams. I'm not sure if this artillery belongs to the same player or not. Easiest way for Drewsko to approach this battle is to get more forces here on his right. Use the town as cover to move up. You can already see where the enemy artillery is, and this is the angle he needs to approach from if he wants to take the town. If he leaves himself exposed here, Austria might take the bait and try to outflank him from this direction, opening himself up to all that artillery on the hilltop. But if Drewsko wants to take advantage of that, unfortunately he has to move up. Because, well, the slopes here could work in the Austrians' favour. This hill does provide them some cover. Like, he can put his infantry unit here, and for the most part they should be relatively sheltered from all the artillery up top. Got a French cab coming in. Drewsko might need to pull back. Wow. Okay. The accuracy of Austrian troops appears to be, well, far more spot on than the French counterparts. They're targeting the building now. So Drewsko doesn't think he can take it. He's firing on the building right now. Then he prefers to sort of burn that to the ground, then try to capture it. Drewsko's again trying to fight in that tight gap there. But the Austrian artillery trying to target the Bayan forces through that little gap there.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Yeah, he's just there. I'm liking Drewsko's position here. To be able to fire on these English troops at least 2 or 3 times before all of them get into position. That's if he's left and get some break on him first. Alright, looks like let's get one volley off. Maybe. England fired fast, didn't they? I'm half wondering if Drewsko's taking off more than he can chew, you know? He appears to have the inferior army compared to both Austria and England. His forces are taking too many casualties. England is also, their morale is almost shattered, but they've lost hardly any. Maybe the morale's not great. The curse of bringing cheaper units, I suppose. Careful, careful, England can form square, but he's going to get in there anyway. Nice charge. Beautiful charge. Well done. These are heavies. Oh no, no, that. Mid-tier dragoons. mistook them. Heavy cav. We've got more cav coming out. We've got some chasseurs here from the French. Forces here getting caught on the square. Drewsko here keeping up the pressure, but I don't know if his army can take it. The morale is a bit all over the shop. Alright, Drewsko is here moving towards the forest. Jerome here is moving to engage the Austrians. Oh, he's also got 2 units outflanking the Austrians here as well. Gotta watch out for that. Yeah, how's the terrain looking? These guys here, they're being fired into their flank. Gotta be careful with that. We've got here the Jerome General here, right just outside the town. The Austrians here might be able to be very sneaky, get a unit close enough, and fire into the general, killing him.
Our men are running, sir.
Just be careful. A cav unit could also maybe initiate a strike on that position as well. Run through the streets, get him. Some silver girls are thinking about a charge, but they gave up that idea fast, didn't they? Let's have a look at the... You can just assess the casualty rate. Looking good there. Obviously we can check out Drewsko's forces here a bit better. 20 there. You know, 10 or so there. Not too bad. And Drewsko did move up the artillery after all to take up a better firing position. Alright, no excuses now. This artillery can hit for the most part. These 4 units, maybe 5 directly in front of them, 6 even, in the trees here as well. So, you know, this here, all the way to probably here. That's all in range of that artillery. And England's actually making life easier for Drewsko to get a beat on him. By moving in closer
Our men are running.
and raising his troops there over the crest, it makes it easier for that artillery to fire into them. This is probably the sweet spot here for them to stay and shoot at their enemy. They got cover there. Up here they have no cover. Alright, looking at the map here, we just got line engagement so far. I'm not seeing any cav action just yet. Whoa, cannonball coming right at your face there. Yeah, so you gotta spread out this unit a little bit more. Take advantage of its size, you know? Good hit. Nearly took out the drummer. That was cancer shot right there. I was hoping for a shot like that. Okay, Drewsko's pulled back. But the French, they're taking up positions right in front of the building. And Drewsko might be forced here to join France's right flank. Looks like he's sending troops over there for that very purpose. The 6-pounder here could be killed before he even starts to fire. This would be a sweet spot, a good focus point for the artillery. The boys are holding their ground. Okay, this crew here, they're hidden. They're still in the game, they're just away for now. Oh yeah, a bit of an engagement here. Some grenadiers, some French grenadiers, the French grenadier unit. There's hardly anything left of them. We have a cab engagement, a small engagement, I suppose you might call it. Chevaliers are continuing to push forward, stabbing their lances into the enemy. They're broken. Okay. Yeah, they're falling back. There's a large amount of cav coming down the hill. Disappeared for now. Jerome's general pulled back wisely. Austria here has Jerome surrounded. Remember, we have two Austrian armies after all. And Drewsko's forces here are being beaten back. He does still have his artillery, but he probably needs to pull back from the forest. He's losing that fight. Jerome's sending some reinforcements, which are desperately needed.
Our men are running, sir.
Jerome's charging some cavalry to try and take out the skirmishes of their enemy. Looks like the artillery, their own artillery, did the job better. Despite having the high ground, Drewsko's team seems to be struggling a bit. They're advancing fourth.
Our men are running, sir.
Potentially they're being outflanked, but they don't seem to care very much. They've got a unit in reserve over here. They need to get a unit there on their left. Well, Drewsko still has some cavalry, so, you know, some is better than none. These guys here can't form square. Any of them. Well, actually, these ones here on the left can. None on the right. Drewsko will be relying on these cavalry units to protect his right flank. So he can't afford to be aggressive with his cav units. Just got to keep them in reserve, keep them visible. try and deter the enemy from advancing any of their cavalry. Bane's left flank here, he's being outflanked by the Austrians on his left.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest awhile.
Okay, Jerome's continuing to fall back. So Drewsko gave up his plans to fire on the building with his artillery. Hasn't seen much damage since we last saw it. "19 minutes left on the clock. This unit here appears to be under heavy artillery fire.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest awhile.
That's the end. They shift their targets. Had to be canister. Austrians have moved up. They've taken out Drewsko's cavalry. Now they're going to move around to his rear. They're eyeing his general. So far as Drewsko's teams failed to secure any real points so far, but neither has the blue team. See, if you look at the lines right now, Drewsko's alliance does appear to be far superior. We've seen a lot of units either break or fall back from the Austrian line. Their line is very disjointed compared to Drewsko's alliance. Now the Austrians on the right appear to have a good arc around Jerome's army. They've got a great firing line set up. The real question is, can Jerome hold his position where he is and actually fight back hard enough to start breaking some Austrian units so it triggers a domino effect, which sends the whole line retreating backwards, reeling backwards, in order to recover and reform. Now, the general is close by, trying to boost the morale there of his men. We've got an Austrian unit has just appeared, going after the general. Jerome doesn't see it, he's not reacting to it just yet. I can't tell how fast these guys are, but I also can't see whether or not they're exhausted. They are walking. They don't want to let him know he's there yet until it's too late. He doesn't see it coming. Oh wait, he does see it coming, but it's too late. That's the general there. Dude got away. And the cavalry's going, where do you think you're going? Get back here. No. Okay, they want to charge into the infantry. Got units here forming square. Jerome's entire army here is on the verge of collapse all of a sudden. It seemed like he could hold out for a while, but looks like his lifespan here was just significantly decreased. Yeah, it's not looking too good here for Drewsko. He tried to bayonet. Jeez, Jerome tried to bayonet charge him. There's no way he's getting close enough to do that. Austrians, though, they're going to get in close enough. Looks like we've got grenadiers charging in too.
Our men are running.
Yeah, they're generally nearby. Okay, general's dead. Grandson, 06. Drewsko here must be on the other team. Okay. I thought Drewsko was on the blue team, on the red team, my bad today. Looks like Drewsko's on the other side.
Our men are running, sir.
Because the grandson 06 was on the opposing team to Drewsko. So Austria and England have really torn them up. Yeah, it looks like we've got the French Imperials and Bayern left. They don't have any artillery, so holding the hill is going to be hard enough. Not to mention the fact that Austria can come down the hill over here on his flank, so it's only a matter of time before this army falls. But what's the best way they can get the most kills before they go, you reckon? Staying away from the enemy artillery is a good idea. Trying to hold the high ground for as long as possible also helps. Austrians are pushing Bayern's forces out of the tree line. Austria here is going to be very careful. They're potentially going to shoot their own men.
Our men are running, sir.
Yep, there he goes. The French Imperials, where are they going? This Austrian cavalry maybe should be moved to take him out. I mean, they're pretty small. If they can form square, I doubt it'll be that big. Cavalry moving up. So they're heading back to their one pointer. Looks like the Austrian cav is trying to cut off any potential retreat here for Left Berry. They're marching in confirmation to their deaths. Okay, they're turning away now. Yeah, still incoming. Okay. There they go. They've got their blades up, indicating they're walking to fight. They're either running and they're just exhausted, in which case they're going to be pretty slow.
Running, sir.
Or they're just walking. Okay, they're picking up the pace. They charged into that square like it was nothing. Didn't reel, didn't do anything. No signs of fear, just charged straight in.
Our men are running, sir. Yes, sir.
So most of the forces here are gone. There's one more unit left over here. And then we're finished.
All hope is lost, sir. This battle is almost done.
Cuirassiers against Austrian infantry. It's like slow motion. We're coming. That's unfortunate. And we are done. We are done with 8 minutes 50 seconds to go. Victory for Drewsko and his allies. So, 2,374 there for Drewsko. He did phenomenally well. SoloTank 836 and TullaDmitri 678. Grandson 06 827. Thicc Unibrow 525 and Micka 99 232. Micka Micka struggled a bit there, unfortunately, but live and learn. Okay, kill counts there. Range from 85 all the way down to 0, so his army really struggled to get going, unfortunately. But, if Drewsko's on, then he's on, and he was definitely on today, and that was very unfortunate for his opponents. But as someone that has seen him play, Drewsko is very, very good, so watch out for him. He knows what he's doing. Now, if you guys want to see your own replay featured here on this channel, you can send it to my email at scoutsomentertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord via direct message. You can join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, and be part of our community there. It'd be a privilege to have you. You can post a replay there as well. And you can simply tag me in the replay post on the NTW3 Discord as well. This is Micka from Scouts Entertainment signing off. Goodbye, fellow Scout Troopers. Catch you in the next Total War battle.